Hello everybody and welcome to Romanceful's Tarot. I'm about to begin here with a reading. Now this is a general reading so it might not resonate with everybody. So it really is important that you do take whatever resonates with you and you simply leave the rest of it aside. Now, if you do have any questions you would like to contact me, may it be for a question, may it be for a reading, I have all my information as well, contact of course, and the list of all the readings that I do offer right below into the YouTube description box. So please do not hesitate. It will be my great pleasure to assist you. That being said, if you do enjoy the channel and you have not yet subscribed, please do click onto the subscribe button to show your support to the channel and to myself, and it is always and greatly appreciated, and I do thank you in advance. So with no further ado, let's begin this reading. So we are working here with tarot today, and we want to know Spirit has some very important messages for you. Now these are more into the lines of warnings, so let's go and see what these warnings are coming from Spirit. So let's begin over here. Here we go, and I'm going to explain to you with each of these cards do mean in just one moment. So let's begin over here with the self. So when we're talking about the self here, when Spirit is sending you this signifies the need for you to take a moment to get to know yourself. Determine whether the identity that you present is fact or if it's fiction. Are the characteristics that defined your identity, are they true to who you really are in body, in mind, and in spirit? Or maybe they're imposed upon you by others. That is a question that you must ask yourself. But now, Spirit says it is not a moment to judge. It is not a moment to doubt, but an opportunity for you to assess and to affirm. Now, if your answer to the question, do I like me? Okay, if you ask yourself that question, if the answer is yes, then that's all that really matters, right? But if the answer is not so affirming, then it is an opportunity for you to peel away some of the layers that you might be hiding behind, to allow your natural self to shine, and to do it because your first love is for yourself, and that is the way that it should be at all times. So that is your very first message coming from Spirit. Your second message coming from Spirit over here. And voila, this is the Five of Earth. Now, the Five of Earth, the Five of Earth here. There's a wee little devil within all of us. We can all agree to that. And this little devil, he whispers that maybe we're acting for the greater good or not at fault where others are concerned. Does that voice, that little wee devil voice, encourage you to laugh aside the fears and concerns of loved ones? Or to respond with defensive anger? It is time for you to let your conscience guide you instead of any selfish desires that you might have. You need to remember that your actions, that your choices, they have the power to do lasting hurt onto others. Now, are you choosing to be blind or to turn your back on those who love you? In order maybe to cater to your own self-interests? It could be bad habits, it could be addictions. Are you gambling with somebody else's future happiness as well as your own perhaps? Now, it's really easy to say that those who hurt you are responsible for what they choose to feel and how they react. But embracing this belief, even if it is true, it still shows a marked lack of empathy and understanding. So your words and your deeds, they have influence, they have consequences. Do not deceive yourself into believing that you are above reproach or accountability in any matter. So when you receive this message, the Five of Earth here, with Spirit, you are being cautioned against arrogance and against pride. Understanding and consideration of others is mostly needed at this very time from you. Moving on over now to your following message, and this is the Seven of Earth. Now, it is often easy to become focused on one aspect of our lives to the exclusion of all of the rest of everything else. And this can result in a real disconnect from the world and from the life that simply goes on around us. Now, we're all part of the world, and yet most of us spend 90% of our time where? Indoors, secluded, closed off to both nature and to real physical interaction. So, now, the question from Spirit here to you is, are you missing out? Has your world become a very insular place consisting of home and office? Do you know, or do you now do the majority of your socializing and human interactions via phone or via the computer? When was the last time that you were out into the world connecting with others in a tangible manner without looking at your latest piece of tech? So, the Seven of Earth here is giving you a message. It is signifying a need to step away from technology, a need to reconnect with family and the community at large in a mindful and in a very present moment. This is about living into the present moment. It's seizing the occasions that are around you. It's disconnecting from anything that would be computerized, let's put it that way. So let's move on over now to your final message. And your final message here is with a Four of Water. So when we're speaking about water, of course, we are speaking about emotions. So you are worthy. You are deserving of all that you dream. But you have to remember that so is everybody else. What if your joy comes at the expense of another person? Can you stand tall and proud and have respect for yourself if your happiness carries the price of another person's heartbreak or failure? Can you take genuine delight in your circumstances? Unintentional actions that cause hurt, they're one thing. They can be forgiven. But what about the emotional consequence of an act done with awareness and intent? Now, the Four of Water here is cautioning you against vanity, against arrogance or selfishness or self-importance, and symbolizes a need to look yourself into the eyes. Are you about to choose a path that leads to another's distress or downfall? And if the answer is yes, please, you must be mindful of the fact that the universal law of cause and effect is going to hold court and sit in judgment. As always, there's going to be a reward and there's going to be a consequence that's going to be offered. So if your choice is to continue forward, knowing that you might bring some type of emotional anguish to another, you have to be sure that the reward is far greater than the price that you might end up paying. And if you're at some type of crossroads, just don't do it. You still have the opportunity to answer no and have your actions reflect that choice. And this, my dear friends, does conclude this reading with Spirit and the warnings. I do hope that you enjoyed it. I do hope that you'll be able to take in some of these warnings and apply them. If you do have any questions, you would like to contact me, please do so. It will be my great pleasure to assist you. All my information is right below into the YouTube description box. If you have not yet subscribed, please do subscribe and have yourself a beautiful day. Thank you for being there, and I will see you tomorrow with new messages. Many blessings to you.